She's the trickster spirit who loves teasing people the most in the world. Yet no one can really dislike her, because behind what looks like pranks lies the gentle heart only a spirit could have. In her long life as a yokai, she would always suddenly appear from a tree, putting on what she thought was a fierce face, trying to scare anyone passing by. But humans couldn't see yokai at all, so no one ever reacted as she hoped. Feeling invisible and ignored, she would just sit on the tree pretending nothing happened. Yet inside she often felt lonely and sad. She thought she'd never be seen by anyone. But then came a gentle boy named Natsum, who shattered everything she believed. The first time she met him, he was being bullied by two kids his age. They laughed at him without holding back, calling him a liar, even picking up rocks and throwing them at his head. That scene made the yokai furious. She slammed her hand down on the tree, sending a rain of caterpillars falling to the ground. The kids screamed and ran away terrified, while she laughed happily from the tree. But the boy didn't leave with them. Instead, he looked straight at her spot, as if he could actually see her. By the time she realized, he was already running off into the distance. Though she thought it was just coincidence, she wanted to be sure. So when he walked by again, she jumped down suddenly from the tree. Even though she landed hard on the ground, she wasn't angry at all, because the boy really could see her. And from that moment on, the mischievous spirit started showing up in front of him all the time, either scaring him or on the way to scare him. The boy was tormented endlessly, but for the yokai, this was the happiest time of her life. Until one day, as usual, she came to find him with excitement, only to realize he wasn't happy at all, because being able to see yokai made him an outcast among classmates. Everyone thought he was a liar. No one wanted to be his friend. That loneliness made even her heart ache. She didn't know how to comfort him, so she could only prank him to cheer him up. And for the first time, he spoke to her. He picked up his bag and left the park. She couldn't understand what she did wrong, only staring at his lonely back. As a wave of sadness rose in her heart, she never got his forgiveness until it rained heavily that night. That's when she realized she had said the wrong thing. But she didn't know human manners. She thought if she just scared him again, they could get close once more. Meanwhile, the boy had gone home, but it wasn't a warm home. Since he lost his parents young, he had to stay with different relatives. To them, he was nothing but a burden. No one wanted to keep him long, and the man in front of him was plotting to send him away. When the boy overheard, to cover the awkwardness, the man pretended kindness, handing him a coat, hoping the boy wouldn't resent him later. But the gentle boy never thought that way. He only blamed himself. In his small dim room, he clutched that coat to his chest. Though it smelled dusty, it felt warm to him. The next day he wore it eagerly, and finally a classmate spoke to him. But just then, the yokai, waiting for him, jumped out of the tree, scaring them both out of nowhere. The boy fell into dirty water, ruining his precious coat. Faced with blame and confusion from classmates, he didn't know what to say, so he turned his anger on the yokai. 101:00:03:22 533:00:03:24 133. A barrier formed between the boy and the yokai. Not wanting to be pranked again, the boy never walked that path again. The yokai had no chance to apologize. Though she knew he wouldn't forgive her, she still wanted to see him, to know if he was doing well now. So she transformed into a small cat. Carrying her longing, she ran far away, not knowing where the boy was. She searched the entire town. Every deserted corner had her visiting presence. Until the sunset came, she finally found the boy. Seeing his lonely back, she couldn't help but move closer. The boy was startled by the sound. Until he saw it was a small cat, he finally relaxed. The cat's appearance made him very happy. He gently held it in his arms, wanting to feel the warmth of companionship. A tear fell from the yokai's eye. Though she didn't understand human emotions, she understood how lonely life could be. And if the boy could still smile and speak, how much pain must he be hiding inside? The world is so big, yet there's no place for the boy. He had to drift along with others. Beside him, women wore heavy makeup. The men didn't look trustworthy. Waiting for the boy's approval wasn't a happy life either. But the yokai couldn't change anything. She could only watch as he was taken away. From then on, she never saw him again. She returned to her old life, but the lonely days were harder than imagined. She still cherished the joy of being with him. Winter passed, spring came, many seasons went by, yet she still scared children on the road as usual. And when a child fell, she'd transform into a small cat to comfort them. But not everyone was as gentle as the boy. She was chased away by others. Time had no meaning for her, yet she couldn't help thinking of the boy. Is he doing okay now? She wanted to know about his life. She couldn't stop thinking about him. And when her longing reached its peak, a gentle voice suddenly spoke. It was their reunion after many years. The boy had changed a lot, but she recognized him immediately. The gentle boy from before had grown into a young man. Yet like her, he had never forgotten the other.